canceled too.
I do want to mention also that a couple weeks ago or last week or one of the weeks, Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard had to have a best of because Bruce Pritchard had to go to the dentist and he had a medical emergency. And Tony Schiavone, of course, he's the narrator of the best ofs when this happens, and he was like, when I first heard he had a medical emergency, the first thing I thought was that he had to get his head removed from Vince's ass. I just laughed so hard. To be fair, though, I don't know if you've listened to any Grilling with JR, but with JR being contracted with AEW and Conrad being associated with it, they drop AEW shit all the time. They're constantly talking AEW on that show. Constantly.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
This is not as good as it could. AEW filed to trademark the term Wednesday Night Dynamite on June 18th. This could indicate that Wednesdays is the planned night for AEW's weekly cable show. I was really hoping for Tuesday, because they filed for Tuesday Night Dynamite back in November.
Exactly. I think they're just covering their bases. I don't think they know yet. And let's be honest, it's TNT's call, not theirs.
Tuesday Night Dynamite, it's like TNT, but it's a different word, and then TND doesn't really make sense. But at least WND is like Wednesday, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. So let's put this down in the numbers. So Monday we know it's going to be Raw, correct? Tuesday, it's probably nothing, right?
And so for them to rest in the middle of the week, where people have a day's break from wrestling to watch more wrestling, that's good.
Well, and Wednesday is NXT though. Wednesday's still going to be NXT, right?
But WWE has already moved to make NXT be the force that combats AEW. And so,
right, but that's Wednesday.
Yeah. So AEW they turn their shifts. They're like, if you want to go, we'll go.
Thursday is NFL, and I think MLB also does Thursdays. Am I right? I don't know. Nobody watches baseball, but NFL does Thursdays. Friday is gonna be SmackDown, and weekends are the death knell for watching cable TV. So you don't want to be on that. So to me, Tuesday is the night. Tuesday, because nothing's on it. Wednesday has NXT.
Tuesday would be good, but I think they got like NBA or something that was what we were talking about originally when they had wanted Tuesday.
Oh yeah, NBA's on Tuesday. That's right. That's why they didn't want to do that. So Wednesday they got to compete with.
Well,
NXT,
I mean, if
which I know NXT is, you can go back and watch it. It's streaming, whereas Wednesday Night Dynamite won't be unless you know where the folks. That's a big.
I mean, I get it though. You know, you're Cody, you're the Bucks, you're Kenny.
I get it.
You're headstrong about this. Like you might not take them down, but you want to go to war. You're full of sperm and vinegar and piss.
The plus that they have is the people that don't have the network have nothing to watch for wrestling on Wednesday. And those could be your...
Remember, there's rumors that Fox Sports 1 could be picking up NXT going forward.
Yeah, but that would still be an... First of all, that would
They're not going to pull ratings from Fox Sports 1.
Yeah, that's an added... you know what I mean? The people that have TNT, you don't have to pay extra for that, but you have to pay extra for
Fox but if WWE is willing to aim that cannon at you, you aim your cannon right back at that cannon.
I also don't see WWE moving NXT because multiple surveys have shown the number one reason people buy the WWE Network, the number one is NXT.
And it helps to boost the ratings for 205 Live, which airs right afterwards.
Which isn't going to be around. That's almost 100% confirmed.
That's okay. As long as they all get distributed.
That is,
and I guess there is no distribution because it's like there's no lines.
Well, yeah, and both Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff have history of promoting young, talented, small guys.
And I really think that this is a very smart way to present this to Fox, because I know Fox didn't want the shared rosters. But if you get a shared roster with two completely different productions due to the directors, I think that could be well worth it, and it could be beneficial all the way around. Like 2 completely different shows.
I'm still hoping Fox makes them lock down on a set roster and we actually get our brand split.
But I mean, if you mix it up until then too, that helps. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
We got fucking Samoa Joe teaming up with the Viking Warriors. That was dope. Way doper than it's just matches I never thought I wanted, but I needed.
Holy Buck Pacey, do you know what
It's
time
time for the
is?
Savage Sentinel.
Oh my gosh, and we're not talking
And
about
what do you know? We're
American
exactly
robot
on
that rounds
time.
up the X-Men.
Yes.
I know. I'll bust out this one.
Okay.
Health insurance has obviously become the talk of the town in the wrestling world, especially recently with John Oliver having an entire segment on WWE refusing to provide its workers with insurance on last
Prior
week
to
tonight,
WrestleMania,
which, by the way,
tried
folks,
to take down the beast. I love him.
Last Week Tonight with John Oliver is probably the best show you will ever watch in your life, so make sure to catch it, whether it's on HBO, whether it's on YouTube, or whether you find it somewhere else. This show is super knowledge, but it's super entertaining at the same time. But with that being said, AEW, on the other hand, has promised benefits and lighter schedules for wrestlers, quote unquote, but has the same answer more or less when it comes to the question of healthcare. Pasty! There is, however, one promotion that claims to give health insurance and life insurance to its wrestlers. Speaking to the Miami Herald, Alberto El Patron, formerly Alberto Del Rio in WWE, revealed that his new promotion, Nacion Lucha Libre, will offer, quote, stuff they don't have in other companies.
Oh, I can just see it now. He sat down this... Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He sat down for this interview and was like... Oh, yeah, we're going to have health insurance, too.
El Patron, who is teaming with Chavo Guerrero Jr. to form the promotion, said, and folks, we get this transcript via Wrestling Inc. I'm going to give credit where credit's due, folks. Quote, we're always going to have doctors. Our wrestlers are going to have health insurance and life insurance. Stuff they don't have in other
Not
companies.
dental, though.
El Patron Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Sorry. Simpsons fans will get it. El Patron explained that NLL, or Nacion Lucha Libre, will also include a retirement plan. This is huge, Pasty. Because that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, because once you're in, you're in.
That other
There's
promoters. Yeah. And he also claimed that other promoters don't care about wrestlers' well-being and they're, quote, just meat to them. Now, this is him saying it. Doesn't mean it's true. But it probably is true. I'm going to assume he didn't come out and say this without it being true. The one thing I want to point out, without sounding like Donald Trump, I'm going to try really hard. This is a Mexican company, and the health insurances and the life insurances probably aren't the same that you're going to get in companies in America. With that being said, that's still better than nothing like you get in WWE or even AEW.
Yes, that is very true.
So if this is true and if it comes to pass, can't believe I'm going to say this, Alberto Del Rio, Pasty, is at the forefront of change.
Yep. That's probably the only reason he said they're going to do it, so he can be at the forefront of something. Yeah, it is really cool. I hope he holds to it. I don't think he's got a good rapport, but we'll see. Chavo does.
Of course, this is him, this is Chavo, and of course there are many people behind the scenes. So you would assume that it's not just, I hope, it's not just Alberto El Patron, being himself. You would hope that there's actually legal people involved that are keeping this in order. So similar how even AEW isn't just Cody, Matt, Nick, Kenny, and even Tony. Like, they all answer to somebody. Even Tony answers to other people. So, I'm excited about this, and I would hope that this could push, in the future, wrestling companies in the States. We need something. It is long fucking overdue. And folks, if you haven't seen that Last Week Tonight with John Oliver on the WWE, just go to your YouTube machine and put it in, and it'll open your eyes.
More people need to see it because I have yet to hear any of those chants.
Yeah.
It
Isn't
is.
that sad?
It really, really is. Especially when you see how many views those videos have. Like, why aren't people attempting to make the difference? He goes to some extreme lengths on that show across the board to make a real difference.
Yeah, everything.
He'll open up
talks
websites and start charities and fucking everything just to fucking
Legit.
prove a point. I love it.
Yeah.
I think you're going to love this.
You know what else you're going to love? Yes.
Johnny Impact and Taya Valkyrie's The Iron Sheik Massacre. A short film is scheduled for a release sometime this fall. Probably about around Halloween, one would think.
Yes.
The plot revolves around an Iron Sheik doll that gets struck by lightning and becomes sentient and kills a house full of disrespect new school wrestlers because they're shitting on old school wrestling, including the Iron Sheik. Oh no. Impact says the film, which they wrote on their honeymoon.
Sounds like a weird way to spend your honeymoon. Especially with Taya Valkyrie. Especially with Johnny Impact. Look at him. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What did they say?
It's a really fun, bizarre, crazy thing where it will probably run around 20 minutes when it's all said and done. And it does sound like fun.
I'm willing to spend 20 minutes to watch
I watched
that.
Evil Bong
fuck
and
yeah.
Rubber. I think I'm cool with this.
I've watched both of those as well, and they both go past the 20-minute mark. The sad thing is, I don't know about Rubber, but Evil Bong has 5
Yep.
sequels,
They come out all the fucking time. I think I've seen 2, and I'm like, okay, I've seen enough.
I own the
Yeah,
first
you have
Evil
to.
Bong.
Tommy
That's
Chong.
enough. Yeah,
Yes.
that's enough. That's enough.
All the Cottonmouth King and Twisted and ICP songs in the fucking soundtrack. Cypress Hill, I think.
I'm really excited for. I'm gonna watch this. I don't know where I gotta find it, and I'm willing to try to support it. I can't imagine.
You
they
gotta
ask
be able
me
to
much
get that
money
on
for it,
Netflix.
if at all. But yeah, 20 minutes of the Iron Sheik doll killing disrespectful new school wrestlers. Oh my gosh! I'm getting wet just thinking about it. Got a little
That's
chub
good stuff.
going. It is. But you know who else got a little chub going? And I don't mean in his pants. I mean his belly. The busiest man in wrestling today, who is not a fucking wrestler,
No, he's not.
Conrad Thompson. He hosts multiple podcasts, promotes StarCast, and believe this or not, folks, he has a real job. He's the owner of a mortgage broking company.
He owns a company.
Job.
That's a real job.
Oh my gosh, First Family Mortgage.
Sit back and reap the benefits.
Go to onefc.com. Go to onefc.com, folks, if you're having trouble with your mortgage or just want to get a better deal in your home loan. Anyways,
does he record from his office at work for his podcast? I would. I'd go into work, punch in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to record 9 hours of podcast today. My business is going to make me a ton of fucking money.
I know. But Pasty, on top of all of that,
go home and fuck Ric Flair's daughter.
And you know what? Yeah, not only is he a husband and father, but he can't be a deadbeat husband and father because Ric Flair would fuck him up.
Yeah, because Ric Flair's never been a deadbeat father. You actually have to be
a decent husband and father. Well, he has been, but you know that he can still beat up Conrad Thompson, and he still loves his daughters. But now he's dropped the news, Pacey, of another podcast coming up. Oh, shit. Double A Arn Anderson announced that we are going to be doing one podcast, but we haven't announced the rollout date just yet, is the quote.
That's fun. He left WWE recently. I'm looking forward to the stories on this one.
So he has something to wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, who is a WWE employee. He has 83 weeks with Eric Bischoff, who's a WWE employee. He has What Happened, WHW, What Happened When, with Tony Schiavone, who is an MLW employee. He has Grilling JR with Jim Ross, who is an AEW employee. And he has the new Arn Anderson one coming out, who Arn Anderson is a free agent as far as I understand. There's nobody else who crosses the fucking wrestling lines like Conrad Thompson. Nobody else can do this. I don't know
I've
how
never seen such a big man walk such a narrow tightrope.
That's the perfect analogy. Yeah, that's the truth. How does he do this, and he's never been sued, as far as I know. I don't know how he does this.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's no